of the trio champions with my man Jack, Ryan, the struggles, you know what I'm saying? Known these people for a very long time. I think this is the first time we ever, like, all three of us are on camera at the same time. For real, you know what I mean? We all more or less linked because of Ultimo Dragon, you know what I mean? Had this signed mask from him. This is like a little while back, but we linked off of the shirt we did, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is like 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. So, you know what I mean? Philly to Long Island, for real, man. And when you're in Philly right now, they actually, I can't be there because I had to turn heel and go to night one of WrestleMania, but they booked Ultimo Dragon to wrestle, you know what I mean? So that's what's up.
Full circle.
No doubt, man.
Full circle, bro.
D Prime, I've known him for a long time. Full circle shit, man. From Ultimo to Ultimo, almost 10 years later. That's wild.
Yeah.
But thank you for having us. Appreciate you, bro. And keep doing your thing. Out of here.
Hey yo, peace on two, what's up y'all? Yours truly, D Prime 215 here. So if you follow me closely on Instagram, social media, whatever it is, if you know me in real life, and if you know me from pro wrestling, if you know me from the last one, I really hope you know this. Shame on you if you don't. I'm a huge fan of pro wrestling. Been a fan of it for most of my life. Around 2004, my cousin had PlayStation 2, which I didn't have at the time, and he had a video game called SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. So I would go over to my grandparents' house in Jersey, rest in peace to them, and I would play the game with him because, you know, that's pretty much the main thing that, you know, he had. That got me into pro wrestling because I got really into like the moves, some of the outfits, the entrances. I'm like, oh, this is kind of, I got into it from playing it, and then I started watching it.
My man's is downstairs, right? I gotta meet him for the black delegation. Then we're gonna swing back up. You know what I mean?
Shelton Benjamin, man, he was on my bucket list for sure. I've been a fan of Shelton since 04 or 05, really. My granddad and I, rest in peace to him, on my mom's side, we used to watch him, and he was like one of our favorites. Like, it was him and Booker T. We loved those guys because, you know what I'm saying, they weren't portraying no wild stereotypes, nothing like that. So, like, we love watching those dudes. So, being able to tell Shelton that to his face was super dope. I also mentioned to Shelton that, like, I was like, yo, I don't know how many people follow your work in Japan. You know what I'm saying? His match against Marufuji is my favorite that he had over there. And he told me that was his favorite match that he had. So I was like, yo, that's dope. You know what I mean? Because I don't think a lot of people paid that close attention to Shelton's work in Japan. That was dope.
I used to watch you with my grandpa. You were like one of our favorites, man. You were Booker T. We watch you all the time. I love the work you did with Marufuji too. I don't know how many people tell you about that, but you're working nowhere.
Oh, that's my best. I feel like that's my best match in Japan.
Allysin Kay was there, right? So the thing about me with Detroit, here's the deal, right? So first and foremost, Detroit has a special place in my heart is because I'm a fan of the hip hop out of there. So like Jay Dilla, Slum Village, Guilty Simpson, Elzai, Clear Soul Forces, Danny Brown, Boldy James. You get the point, right? So I just love the hip hop that comes out of there. I saw she was going to be there. I'm like, let me make sure, you know, I go see her again because I met her like a year or so before that alongside Marty Bell. They're a tag team called the Hex. So I'll go over to her, I meet her, and you know, it was cool, you know, talking to her, catching up or whatever. As I'm talking to her, Jamie came over. None of this was planned, by the way, right?
Are you recording this?
I thought you was battle rapping.
We were.
Get popping.
I'll be rapping, I'll be capping, I'll be tapping, I'll be ding, 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 ding. Yo! Are you recording this? Yo!
Where the bars at? That's all I was waiting for was the bars.
I need this clip.
She's the farmer on the rapper. Here, give me. Well, I love you. Yeah.
the very first convention I went to, I met Ultimo Dragon, right? So over the years, I'd see him like as often as I could. He's not at every single convention I go to, but whenever he's there, I make a point to go and meet him. At one convention, I actually got a mask from him, a signed mask, which is my most prized wrestling possession to date. No, I have not worn it, and no, I will never wear it, but I just have that for me. Being able to see him and have that interaction is just like one of the illest things ever. It's like, cause he was one of the people I played as in SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. You know what I mean? Dawn Marie is nothing but love with that lady, man. Like, nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking with her about, like, you know, her time in with ECW and with Lance Storm as well, because I met Lance Storm a while back, so I was showing her, like, the photo of me and Lance, and we're talking about that, because I always thought it was a pretty, like, what are those, like, cool, unorthodox pairings, because, like, her character was, like, a bit more out there. Lance Storm was always more like the calculated, cold type of guy, whatever. So I thought that was a cool, like, dichotomy that they played. That you know, that aspect there, that was cool. I met Willow Nightingale, and I was talking with her because I am admittedly late to the party, right? So like I became a Willow Nightingale fan in particular because I saw her wrestle in person at Death Before Dishonor, and I remember I went to that show. It was in Trenton. The reason I went, and I got my ticket that day, like very last minute, was because I wanted to see Claudio versus Pop, and I saw that match. But Athena versus Willow for the women of the Women's Ring of Honor Championship, that was the best match of the night, hands down. So like I saw that, was able to tell her that in person and whatnot, so she was super cool. Who else, man? Oh, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yo, that was dope to meet him, man. And I had on, you know, the Fly God joint, so he recognized that. We're talking about, you know, Westside Gunn. He's telling me what it was like, you know, the whole Hacksaw situation, how cool that was. So that's dope, man, because, you know, as much as I love like meeting wrestlers and like talking to them about like certain matches and stuff like that, if I'm able to talk to them about something else culturally that's like outside of pro wrestling and they know what time it is, that's super dope. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, WrestleCon, man. Lisa Marie Varon, shout out to her. I didn't meet him that day, but I met him before. Abdullah the Butcher, you know what I'm saying? The Butcher's coming, but word up. Yeah, all in all, WrestleCon, dope, man. It's always great to, you know, meet these people and have, you know, genuine interactions with them. You know what I mean? Because that's to me, like, it's more than watching them. It's like when you're able to like meet and have those interactions, because you can't take that away. So, word up. 25 years is a long time. I wasn't a wrestling fan when they came here the first time. I was trying to figure out, you know, what day it was, and you know, my addition, subtraction, and whatnot at the time they were here the first time. But yeah, man. So that's the word. You know what I mean? WrestleMania 40, and I'm grateful to have been able to attend it.